few weeks ago, I bought this Volkswagen Crafter pickup with the idea of turning it into an overland style camper. So far, we've removed the pickup bed, found an ex-Sainsbury's delivery van box for sale, modified it, cut some big holes and bolted it to the Crafter. We now have windows, doors and even a slide-out barbecue installed. And in this episode, we apply a lot of filler, sand it all down, apply all the wall coverings and then have a barbecue on the first weekend away in the van. What is happening, guys? Welcome back. So we're going to carry on with the van build as ever because it's pretty much all we've got going on. So what I want to get done in this episode is make the inside just a little bit cleaner and tidier because I'm actually going away in the van this weekend. My friend James, JB, Speed and Fab, is drag racing at Santa Pod. And he said to the other day, I'm going to do this, do you fancy coming? So yeah, we're going to go up. Red's going for a weekend away at his nanny's. And I'm going to go to Santa Pod and sort of crew and help out with the drag car. So I'll be sleeping in this and it's covered in dust, it's dirty, and I want to make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit tidy, but we still want to progress forward with the things that we're doing to it. So I've gone round and done a couple of little bits off camera already. You can see we've got all of this filler on and it's all feathered in and nice and smooth. Filled all these holes and gone along and filled the majority of this lot. And we've got an extra cable down here. So that cable is for the high level brake light because there wasn't one on this box. So we've just bought a high level brake light off Amazon, just a cheap one, and we've wired that in. So we've ran it exactly the same way as the camera. It goes in through the top, round through the window opening, and then down through this hole that we created in the middle of this panel. Comes down along through the floor, and then you can just see up there the little grommet just up there, in there, and that then goes to the light. Now I've not connected it up yet because I can't really be bothered, if I'm being perfectly honest, to mess around with wiring. So what I'm going to do next is have a bit of shufting to tidy about, and then where we've got the fiberglass that we've put on to try and strengthen the front of the box off, I'm going to put filler, a light coating of filler over the whole thing to just feather it all together. And I've got Dolphin Glaze for that, which if you're an OG viewer, you'll have seen we use that on the Caddy hybrid bumper and various other things. It goes on really runny, it goes on, and then it sands off really, really easily and gives you a nice, smooth finish. Elephant in the room, wall covering. So this is what's going on the walls, and I don't know, people might kick off about it, I don't know. Basically what this is a residential vinyl. So it's just a vinyl sticker that sticks to the wall. It is very, very sticky, and it is a concrete effect vinyl. It's got a texture to it, as you can hear. Looks really nice. So that is what is going to be going around all of the walls. We've ordered something for the ceiling to accent that. Ceiling everywhere else will probably just be white. Furniture I've picked a colour for. Walnut is walnut. So it's hopefully going to all start tying together. We just need to make a decision on what we're putting on the floor, which is still on the to-do list. So I'm going to set up a time lapse. You can watch me fill, sand and sort a few bits and pieces out. And then hopefully we're going to get this wall covering on everywhere around the van in this episode. Right, time lapse, let's roll. Guten Morgen. So we got a little bit done yesterday. I got a hell of a lot of filler all the way around the opening. I've started having a bit of a sand. And the job to do now is going to be to sand and get it all flat. Now, it doesn't look it, but it is. That is pretty smooth. And it will do exactly the job that we want. Now, it hasn't got to be absolutely 100% A1 perfect because this has got a texture to it. So it'll get rid of a lot of it, or hide a lot of it, should I say. So, sander, extractor, time lapse. Let's get it done. After many hours of sandings, we've got, this is all now feathered, feeling nice, feeling smooth. and we've got a nice transition to all the fiberglass. So the next thing that we're going to do, I've been around and dug out a lot of the mastic that sealed up the corners of all the box, because some of it was failing, so we're just going to go and do that all again. And what I'm using is Seeker 221, same as we've used everywhere. And what I am going to do is, because these are quite, some of them are quite big gaps, we're going to try and force the mastic right the way in so that we're going to get a good bond again. Clean all that lot up, and then we'll have a big clean in here, and then we can look at getting the wall coverings on, which is the bit I'm most excited about. Right, time lapse, mastic, then talk. Right, that's everywhere sorted. We've got all the mastic around the top now, so that is all sealed back up and how we wanted it. I've gone round and cleaned everywhere with soapy water, degreased it, cleaned it all down. So we're now ready to start putting this onto the walls. I've got my laptop, which where's it gone? AutoCAD. So we've got dimensions of the pieces that we want to put on. As a reference, we've got a straight edge, and I've got a knife. So let's start cutting and fitting all this lot and really start transforming this bland white interior. And there we go, wall coverings are on. So we've got rear here, where above the bed, all the way above the bed here, above the bed and the kitchen area, and then it steps down because the kitchen sort of stops all the way around the doorway, and then along the front as well, returning back where the bench seat is going to go. So I've not completely finished it all yet. I do still need to go back and tidy the corners up and things like that. But I'm going to wait until the water has evaporated, because we used water and washing up liquid mix to spray on the back of the vinyl and onto the walls, to make it easier to fit it so it doesn't stick, and then you push the water out and then it's stuck. Now, I imagine I'm going to get comments saying, "What are you using vinyl on the walls for? It's going to peel off." Trust me when I say it is not going to come off. The test piece that I put in the back corner was an absolute nightmare to get off, and it was very, very, very well stuck. So I'm pretty confident that it's going to work. And weirdly, it actually feels bigger in here having this on. I think it's because they've got like horizontal lines in it. It just feels a lot wider and a lot bigger. But yeah, wasn't easy, as you could probably see by the footage. And I imagine there's people that do wrapping and things for a living that will be screaming, or have been screaming at the TV saying, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" But it's on. So what I'm going to do now, chuck all these frames back on. This one on, that one on. Then we'll get the blinds on, and then we are heading in the correct direction. Right, time lapse, screw some bits on. Right, that is everything done that I wanted to get done to a point. So happy with how the wall covering has gone. It looks exactly how I wanted it to look. And with the green finish that we're going with on the cabinets, the walnut and the ceiling accents, I think it's really going to work. And the vision that I had is starting to come to life. I still need to pick a floor covering, but we'll find something that will work. I want to try and get some of the walnut in hand and things so we can look at different options. But yeah, that's done. As you can see, we are in the van. Little boy is snoozing, and we are headed up towards the Midlands. Red is having a weekend with his nanny, and I am going to Santa Pod with my good friend James from Beers, Gears and Engineers, who I've mentioned in a couple of videos before. He's got a sick 1932 Ford hot rod dragster, and they're drag racing there for the weekend, and he invited me up. So it's the first night away in the van. Not sure how it's going to go, but we shall see. So yeah. Good morning. So I didn't film anything yesterday because I was doing a lot of driving, and then we got to Santa Pod and there were lots of cars racing, and I just wanted to enjoy it and catch up, well, meet people, catch up with James and his dad, and just sort of enjoy it. But the first night in the van was a great success. We had James's airbed on the floor. We slept among tools and just mess and dust and all sorts of things, but it was absolutely mega, and we slept in the pits. And we're sat here listening to the noise of V8s rumbling down the track. So I've got crew passes because James and a lot of his friends, well, James is, yeah, he is running today. They're all doing like runs today and things, and they're all racing. So I'm basically crew in the pits and allowed right by the track. So a couple of the guys are going out to run now, so we're going to go and watch them. And we're standing right by the track. So yeah, let's go and show you it. And this video is very awkward for me to make because I don't like filming in around groups of people and in public. So I imagine it's going to be very awkward. I don't know how long it's going to be or how good it's going to be, but we're going to try and make it anyway. Right, let's go and watch some of these go down the track, because one of them yesterday, there was an angler that ran a 6-second quarter mile, which was just insane to watch. But look at that for a view. So, first grill is going on. Barbecue is out. We've got the heat mat, which is just on little suckers to the side of the van for everyone that was concerned about the van setting on fire. But she's doing well. We are literally cooking on gas, and we'll see how well this cooks. I mean, I got it mega hot a minute ago. I got it all the way around to like 300 to burn everything off. So we shall see how well she cooks.
The world's biggest sausages.
The world's biggest sausages on the world's smallest barbecue. We'll see. And then we'll get the bacon on and see if it sticks, which I think it'll stick and it'll just break up. But
gets hot enough, it'll come off.
We'll give it a go. So yeah, how fun's this? Little barbecue.
Well, first barbecue was a great success, and we've not set the van on fire. So win-win all round. And the awning didn't get too hot. So yeah, worked out.
I will take that as a very successful first weekend away in the van. Obviously, we haven't got a lot in here other than an airbed on the floor, tools, and the barbecue, but the barbecue worked phenomenally well. We cooked on it like 3 or 4 times over the weekend. There were mixed reviews of it online, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but they are absolutely brilliant. And with the little gas bottles, it's hardly used any gas. I think we've used like half of a bottle, and we cooked most of the weekend. With regards to heat on the side of it. First day, we put the mat up, but it wasn't sticking very well because of it's like raw fibre. Well, it's not raw fiberglass, but it's been sanding things, so the suckers weren't sealing. And then Sunday morning, we didn't put the heat mat up, and the side of the van didn't get anywhere near warm. It was absolutely fine. So we were not concerned about that, but it had been mentioned. But that was absolutely fine. But the evening that we had, where we had the awning out, barbecue out, all the other guys from Gas Circus came over, brought their barbecue over, and we all sat under the awning, just in case it started raining again, was exactly what I wanted, and the reason that we're building this van, to make memories and meet people and just have amazing evenings around the van. I want to say a huge thank you to James and his dad for inviting me for the weekend, getting me crew passes, and a massive thank you to the guys from Gas Circus for making me feel so welcome, and hopefully we're going to get back to a few more. James will be putting out a more in-depth video of the whole weekend and the racing on his YouTube, which I'll put on the screen now, but I'll put a link in the description to his channel as well. Please go over and give him a subscribe and a follow. He does some phenomenal fabrication work, building hot rods, motorbikes. Just, yeah, his work is absolutely incredible. We're hopefully going to get him to do a little bit of welding on this when we're making a few other little bits and pieces. And we've been talking about some collab videos that could be quite good fun as well. But yeah, great weekend. All this is looking good. I'm up here at my parents' at the moment for the next few days, because in the morning we're going to be heading to my brother's workshop, who is going to be CNCing out all of the furniture, which means we'll be able to get working on the furniture, and fingers crossed within the next few days all of the furniture will be dry fitted inside the van, ready for us to head home, get it all painted, get it all looking nice, and we can finally get a feel of the actual space with the design that we've done in it, which I am very, very, very excited about. So yeah, another video done, guys. The next one's going to be a lot more interesting with building the furniture. But until next time, guys, enjoy.